If you're watching this video off a playlist and you've just gotten done watching the entire 24-hour outing that I did, this is the wrap up, the analysis. So, a couple things. Number one, I filmed that in October of 2016. It is currently March of 2017. I wanted to get to doing all the post-production earlier, but this has just been a really sucky winter. Second of all, you guys are on a GoPro held at arm's length, so if it's a little wobbly, that's why. I'll try to work some magic in post-production, but I can't do miracles. Third, I am sick. I'm coming off of being sick. So my voice is completely trashed. That's why I sound the way I do. And fourth, if you hear any creaking sounds, it's because we're in a wind advisory, which is the reason I'm not filming this outside, and we're in huge gusting winds. So the analysis. It was a learning experience, and I say that knowing full well that it's code. Okay, so when I was doing paintball, one of the things that teams would say, basically they would say they had a learning experience weekend at a tournament. And that was kind of code for, yeah, we got our asses handed to us and we didn't have fun, but we don't want to be branded as a bunch of whiners, so we're just going to say it's a learning experience and then just go home. But in this case, the trip itself was actually seriously a learning experience. I learned a lot of things. I learned what worked and what didn't work, considering the equipment that I'm using. I mean, this is not a touring rig bike, but I managed to cobble together enough that I could tour on it. The panniers, oh, those were dodgy, but if you guys want to see the video on the panniers, I spent about $15 to get 2 panniers on my bike, which is unheard of, but ooh, they were ugly. I also learned that I was lucky, and I say that because the tent that I was using and the sleeping bag that I was using, neither of them were waterproof. The rain fly on top of the tent was bloody useless as anything but a heat trap. So what this means is that had anything happened, had it rained even just a little bit, I would have been cold and I would have been wet, and that's not a good combination when you're out in the middle of nowhere. So I learned I need to get a little bit better equipment as far as that goes when I'm going to do camping again. Also, the water situation. I now know a better way to do it. Instead of tying them to the top tube, I now know that there are systems available that you can actually put water on the front fork. I can't do it on this particular fork because I don't have the right bosses for it, but I now know that you can. I might be able to cobble a little something together. I don't know, but I've got time yet. It's still technically winter. There's a lot of other things that I kind of picked up on too, and I picked up since that video was filmed. And when I'm doing this again, I'm going to be applying those lessons. And I know this is going to be one of those things of you're just always continuously learning, and that's cool. The biggest thing I learned though was that the first strike ration, it's not going to cut it. What I found out after the fact was, according to the software that I use, I burned about 5,500 calories throughout the entire 2 days. The first strike ration has about 2,800 calories in it, give or take. What this means is I was working in a really bad calorie deficit for the entire time, which is why I looked so awful on the return trip. In the future, meals need to be a hell of a lot better, and I've got some plans for that. I've got some things I want to do, I want to try. But again, we'll wait till a little bit later in the year to do that. So as this year progresses, hopefully we'll get some more stuff going, we'll get some more things out there, and we'll see what happens. I'm not going to make any promises, because, you know, dumb things. I think that's about enough for this particular video, so we'll call it at that. If you like the series, I'd like to ask you to please like, comment, and if I've earned it, please subscribe to the channel, because that helps me out a lot. And what's coming up in 2017? I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the grand adventure of it all, isn't it? Just seeing what happens. The only thing I really can tell you is that last year, I did the math on this one, last year I put almost 4,000 miles on this girl. I think there's still plenty of mileage left in her. I'm going to go in and rest my throat. I'll catch you guys next time.